shipper load confirmations. Now, if you are watching this podcast on YouTube and you're watching this clip about shipper load confirmations, understand you can hear the whole audio podcast using your favorite podcast app. We are taking shorts out of the entire podcast, but if you want to listen to it, you can on your favorite podcast app. Just do a search for Freight Broker TV. Our topic today, shipper load confirmations, what the shipper's going to send you as a broker or even a trucking company, or you should be getting them. And if you're a trucking company working with the broker's going to be making load confirmations to you as well. It's going to be pretty similar, but if you're a carrier, the load confirmation that the broker is sending you is going to be part of your continuing contract between you and the broker. That's the broker-carrier agreement. Matter of fact, we'll do a topic on that here in an upcoming podcast. Now, the shipper load confirmation as a broker, that's the, and if you are a trucking company, this is going to be the same thing. Your customer will be making available to you, or they should be anyway, what is known as a shipper load confirmation. Now, the legal term for these, the shipper load confirmations, is known as a transactional contract. Some trucking companies, you may have contract with your customers. This is X amount of loads per week, per month, whatever it might be. More times than not, though, it's going to be on a load-by-load basis, as a broker especially. In other words, you've got a customer, they are using you as a broker, they're making their loads available to you on a daily basis. You get a truck to move their load, you call your customer, hey, I've got a truck for that load, send me the information. The shipper, the customer, will at that point create the shipper load confirmation, the transactional contract. It's going to have all the details. All the details for the load, where it's picking up, where it's delivering, any special instructions, and it's going to include the rate they've agreed to pay you. Until you get that contract in your hand, you should not dispatch the truck. You should not tell the truck any information other than what you've told them already. Don't give them any addresses. Don't give them any phone numbers. Don't give them anything till you have that paperwork in your hand. The last thing that you want to happen is, okay, you've called the customer. Hey, Jim, that load going to Dallas. I've got a truck. Send me the paperwork. All right, I'll send that right over. You're waiting. You thought, well, it's my load. I've got it. I've committed to it. It's my load now. I'll send the truck that way. You give the truck driver, the trucking company, you give them the information for the load. Name of the shipper, address, phone numbers, whatever it might be. The truck heads that way, and your customer calls you. Hey, sorry, man, that load fell through. Now you're on the hook for that truck. Shipper has not sent you any paperwork yet. You have no paperwork showing you committed to that load, or that customer gave you that load. If that trucking company now wants a truck order not used fee, it's coming out of your pocket, or very well could be. Now, granted, and a shipper will generally, if they got a good heart and they like you, yeah, they may pay that for you. You may be able to go back to them and get some money for it. But don't count on it. Either way, the truck needs to be taken care of, so keep that in mind. So never send the truck to the load till you got the paperwork in hand. Now, you have the shipper load confirmation. You and that customer, you've discussed the load. You know what's supposed to be on that load confirmation. Check it over. Look it over. Make sure everything on that load confirmation is as you know it should be. No mistakes. No errors. Maybe the customer agreed to pay you $1,250 to move the load. You get the load confirmation. You look at it. It's got $1,000 instead of $1,250. You pick up the phone, call your customer. Hey, Jim, Man, you're ripping me off. $250 here. Tongue in cheek, of course. The customer, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead and draw a line through that number and put $1,250 there. No, you can't do that. Don't do that. Your customer needs to send you a new load confirmation with that correction. Here's why. You draw a line through that $1,000, you write in the correct amount, $1,250. Maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks from now, when your broker goes to invoice your customer, they're going to use that load confirmation, that shipper load confirmation, as part of the invoice. Proof as to what they agreed to pay. If your load confirmation does not match theirs, there's going to be a problem. You gotta understand, this 3, 4, 5 weeks later, it's not that your customer is trying to rip you off. You know, they've worked 100 loads since then. They don't remember telling you that. They don't remember that load. And there's going to be a problem. That's going to create that distrust, and you don't need that with your customer. So you call your customer, hey Jim, you told me you're going to pay me $1,250. You got $1,000 here. I need you to fix that. Send it to me. That way you know there's not any type of mistake in the long run. Any special instructions on that load confirmation, you need to put that on the confirmation you're making available to the carrier. Don't just tell the carrier. Write it on their load confirmation. Every load as a broker that you work, there's going to be 2 load confirmations. One that the shipper is making available to you. The second one will be the one you're sending to the carrier. The second one is known as the carrier load confirmation, and it will become part of the continuing contract, the broker-carrier agreement that we talked about a moment ago, and we will talk about those on another podcast. But anyway, hope that helps you with the shipper load confirmations. Thursday, we're going to be doing another one of these video podcasts. Again, the video part of the podcast is going to be available to the TALTOA clients. If you're not familiar with TALTOA, check us out. TALTOA, TALTOA.com. We are a transportation and logistics training and consulting firm. We're based in Arkansas. We've been in business for, 25 plus years. Goes back a long time. We help people become freight brokers, freight broker agents. We consult trucking companies, freight brokerages, even those starting out as a freight broker agent. We have guaranteed placement. The way the placement works, if you're wanting to start out as a freight broker agent, you can enter our mentorship program, the TMP, TALTOA Mentorship Program. It allows you to, once you completed training, to be placed through us under a licensed broker so you can begin your broker operation. That allows you to begin gaining experience, building a customer base, getting your operation rolling. So at the end of your mentorship, you can go out here, get a contract as an agent with the company direct, start your own brokerage. But either way, once you complete the mentorship program, move on, then you will have a consulting period that follows that mentorship program. So even though you're not in the mentorship program anymore, you still have the benefit of the consulting. Check us out, TALTOA, TALTOA.com, TALTOA.com. All right. All right, like I said, we should be back Thursday, unless something goes terribly wrong. But until then, hey, have a good Tuesday. Unless, of course, you've made other plans. We'll see you later.